If you're ready to get rid of sagging jowls, you're in the right place. We're talking about facial yoga today. Hi, my name's Christine L. Conroy. Welcome to Happy Stuff and Fluff, a channel for women who are getting happy and growing into the very best version of themselves. If this is your first visit, you're very welcome. Please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so that you'll never miss any one of our videos. Now, although on this channel I tend to talk about your inner happiness, today, because in order to grow into the very best version of yourself, your physical health and your outer happiness is just as important. And so that's why today I'm talking about facial yoga. Why, Christine, you might ask? Well, actually, it was thanks to another YouTuber. I watched a video from another YouTuber which reminded me of something, and I'm going to tell you about the channel I watched in a second. But what it reminded me of a lady by the name of Eva Fraser, who unfortunately died last year at the age of 90, looking absolutely knockout brilliant. And when I say remind me, it's because in the 90s, a very dear friend of mine bought me Eva Fraser's book. I'll leave it in the link down. I'll leave a link down below because it's been revised a number of times since then. But Eva Fraser, as it says on her website, did for the face what Jane Fonda did for the body. And she's quite famous in the UK, at least, for that, for her facial exercise method. Now, on her website, you can still get access to the method and her book, of course, and I do believe she does some, there are lessons on there too, if you want to do that. Now, in those days, of course, we didn't have videos as such like we do today. So you got the book and you did the exercises from the book, and there were one or two of those exercises that became my favourite ones to do, and those are the ones I want to show you today. If you look at Eva Fraser, you'll see that she's a walking advertisement for her exercising the muscles. And when you think about it, it makes sense, doesn't it? In order to get the muscles in your body from that flabby state to being taut and strong, you have to exercise them. And it's the same with the muscles in the face. Now, you have, I think it's 42, 43, I think, muscles in the face. This is a picture of just some of them. So you can see here in this illustration of the muscles of the face. These are some of the major ones. But you can see how intertwined they are and how attached they are to each other. So if you work some of the major muscles, then you're also working some of the smaller, deeper muscles underneath the larger muscles there. You can see that. My favourite muscles are the orbicularis oris, the orbicularis oculi, and the temporalis. I'll tell you why, because as I go through these exercises, because I'm just going to demonstrate to you the exercises that I do, and I've started to do again. I have to tell you, it is a commitment, but if you fit it into a routine of some kind, which is what I've started to do, then it will become just like brushing your teeth. So let me tell you what I do. Okay, so to warm up the face, and you can do this with me if you like, but to warm up the face, this is the first exercise that I do. But I'm tempted to say, if you did this exercise 50 times, each time you decided to do it, I don't think you'd need to do anything else, because this one exercise exercises all of those muscles that you can see in this illustration. Okay, so all you're going to do is you're going to say, wow. But of course, it's going to be exaggerated when you do it. Okay, so I'll do it 5 times and I'll tell you what I'm actually doing. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Now, if you see at the peak of that exercise, all of the muscles around the eyes, the forehead, all the way up the side, even your neck muscles are working. And believe me, if you do that 50 times, your face and your muscles and your skin actually feels tighter when you do it. So that's how I want you to start with that warm-up. Wow, like that. With each of these exercises, each time you do one, really exaggerate it to its full, to its optimum movement, if you like, when you do it. Okay, so that's the first one I do. The next one is the temporalis. It's exercising this temporalis muscle here, which, as you can see from that illustration, is a huge muscle. But what it happens when you tighten this, it pulls all the others up too. And you can see what's happening there. This is coming up like an apron strings, pulling it up like that. So I like to do this exercise to exercise the temporalis, but it also exercises the jaw muscles and around the mouth too. Okay, are you ready? It's similar to the last one, but here your mouth is in the shape of an O with your lips tucked over your teeth. And then you're going to open and close your mouth. So it's a little bit like a fish, if you will. Okay, you ready? Now, once again, at the peak of that exercise, all the side of your face is being exercised, the orbicularis oris is being exercised, and all of the muscles down your neck and the muscles here along the side are all being worked. So you would do that also for 50 times. Okay, now the next one is the orbicularis oris. To do this one, I literally, my fingers like this, they're like sunglasses, if you will, almost, and gently pushing my eyebrows up, taking the skin with it, and resting my thumbs on that top part of my cheek there, and you use your fingers to push open your eyes. So you're pushing down gently on the top of your cheeks and pushing up gently towards the eyebrow, so that you're opening your eye there, and keep your fingers there, and then you're trying to close your eyes. So like that. 2, 3. Okay, exaggerating again, but using your top fingers to push at the top and your bottom fingers to stop your cheeks from coming up. So your fingers are acting like weights, and you are exercising this full circle of that orbicularis oris, which is going to help with the folds of the skin and the wrinkly skin, all of which I suffer with too. So that's a favourite of mine to do there. Okay, and now the cheeks. I used to have real chipmunk cheeks, which I liked. And as you get older, as with everything that sags, then these cheeks become hollow. So, in order to exercise all of those muscles that you can see there, the zygomaticus, the masseter, all these big muscles of the cheek here, this is going to exercise those. So again, using your fingers as weights on the top of your cheeks. So you're going to press down gently. I had to rest my thumbs underneath there. You're going to press down gently on the top of your cheeks and then try to do a big Joker smile. Now, I don't think you'll be able to do 50 of those. It's very effective. And you can feel, again, the muscles tightening in your cheeks, hopefully, to bring all those muscles tightened so that we don't lose this lovely chipmunk effect in the cheeks. Okay, so that's the other one I like to do. Now, to actually target the jaw completely, spot target the jaw, I like to do this one. So you're going to use your tongue and just stab the side of your cheek. So you're going to hit the inside of your cheek and bring your tongue back to the centre. Okay, like this. And then you're going to go over the other side. Now again, at the peak of that exercise, all this side of your jaw is being tightened, and all down this side of your neck. So obviously do the same on one side as you do on the other. So in those few exercises there, and then ending again with the wow exercise, that's it. That's all I do. So I'm getting the full facial muscle exercise twice, because I'm doing it at the beginning and at the end. I'm exercising the temporalis, the orbicularis oris, and the orbicularis oculi, and all the cheek muscles here. And then that's it. I stop it. Now, I started to do these exercises, as I say, a long time ago, and then just stopped doing them. What I've done now, I incorporate these exercises into my skincare routine, just to give it the routine. I used to do them as I was driving along in the car, if I remembered, and I wasn't in a traffic jam, driving along, but it was a bit hit and miss. Now it's important, because I want to get rid of these, and I want to tighten this area and keep my cheeks. And so I've incorporated it into my skincare routine. And how I do that is when, if I put a serum on that needs to a few seconds to absorb, I'll shoot in one of these exercises and do it that way, so that I don't forget to do them. And that's what I'm suggesting you do. Now, another incredibly important thing that you need to do as an add-on to these exercises is to actually do yoga exercises themselves. You may not do yoga. I'll give you something you can do instead. What you need in order to keep your muscles healthy and strong, of course, is collagen. And as we know, I did a video here about collagen supplements, and I'll do an update along with my skincare routine and tell you about that. But you need, this is what you need, collagen, and to give your facial muscles that shot of collagen, this is what I want you to do. I want you to do yoga exercises. If you have a look at this is downward facing dog exercise. And if you do this, you can see your head is below your heart. So what happens there is you get a blood rush to your head, to your muscles in your face. Now, if you don't do yoga and you think there's no way I could do a downward dog, then do the child's pose that you can see at the end here. Anything that gets your head below your heart. And if you sit on your heels in order to come into child's pose and then put your head down, because your head's down below your heart, then the blood is going to rush to your face. And I want you to hold that for 15 seconds at least each time you do it. So if you do yoga and you do downward facing dog, hold the pose a little bit longer than you normally would. Equally with child's pose if you decide to do that. In fact, as you can see here, with any forward bending exercise, this is just a straightforward forward bend in yoga. Now you can see here when the head goes down, it's again below the heart. But what I want you to do, just a tip here, you can see I think the people in this class are kind of looking up a little bit to keep their eye on their instructor. What I want you to do when you do any forward bend is to look at your tummy button. So instead of going down like this with your head up, I want you to go down like this, looking at your tummy button like that, so that your head is upside down and all of those muscles are getting a juicy shot of collagen from your fresh blood. That's going to rush to your skin and your muscles, and it's going to help with and boost all of these exercises that you're doing in order to tighten the muscles in your face. And I promise you, we're all going to look like this. We're all going to look like Eva Fraser. Now, if you go over to the channel I was talking about, you can do these exercises with her in real time. It's Beth at Beth at 50 plus. That's the name of her video channel, 50 Plus Beauty. And I like her channel. She's a beauty channel. I like her because she goes the extra mile with the things that she does, and there's some, she shows some great before and afters of the things that she does. But I also like her because she gives a thought of the day at the end of her channel. And she talks about when I say the beauty in your skin comes from the happiness within. She this is what she's hinting at when she talks about the thoughts of the day. There are things that are just as important if you want to look beautiful on the outside. So she talks about that too, which is why one of the reasons I like her channel. But in terms of the facial yoga exercises, and she looks amazing, and she goes through 11 exercises targeting different parts of your face, and you can do it with her real time, which I think you'll enjoy doing. So have a look at Eva Fraser's book if you're interested in that, or her website, and then have a look at Beth on 50 Plus Beauty and sit and do the exercises with her, and then you can keep going back to that video, can't you, to keep doing it if it helps you to sit in front of someone whilst you're doing the exercises. Other than that, as I say, I've chosen 4 or 5 that I want to use, and I've incorporated it into my morning skincare routine. And that way I know I'm going to keep it up, and it's going to become one of my morning habits. Okay, well, thank you so much for being here. Tell me in the comments if you've ever done any of these exercises before, or indeed if you intend to do them now. I'd love to know. And I'll see you next time. And until then, remember that on the Happy Stuff and Fluff, you are getting happy and growing into the very best version of you. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.